Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, April 26th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope everybody's doing well. Long week. That full moon was just felt like a long one, but we're definitely waning off of that energy. We got a moon in Sag today. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Today, on this Friday, Moon in Sag is going to cross over Antares. It's going to make some quincunxes to the Sun. In Taurus at 7 degrees, I don't know, interesting kind of contrast between our values and sort of like expanding and growing and being optimistic and hopeful of certain things we want to manifest and create here. So I think we're having to like almost like bring a lot of positivity to today when it's kind of been like a long, intense, deep, sort of sluggish week. We're still seeing Mars and Neptune approach their conjunction, so there is sort of this paralyzing energy. This, sort of, we are lacking a little bit of energy, to be completely honest. So we're having to like muster it up, and I think we muster it up through, jovialness, searching for that happiness, kind of, just staying on the quest here, keeping things moving. We got to go forward. We have all planets direct, so that's great. Mercury's back to 16 degrees. Mercury's going to start picking up the pace here as it's, not stationed today. So, our mind's starting to move forward. Everything's kind of picking up the pace a little bit, and we want to stay positive that the pace will pick up on our journey forward here, and that can feel great. We can muster a lot of strength with the moon on Antares too, but we have to remember to keep empathy and compassion for others as well, and ourselves, of course. It's still Taurus season. We do get by the end of the day like close to the square to Saturn, but that's kind of like tomorrow morning, so we're kind of like lucking out a little bit with Saturn. Like we're gonna get it tomorrow, but we're building up towards that. Again, not something I'm like at this point super worried about, like whatever. By the end of the day, too, we also get and even into tomorrow morning, right? We get the trine to the north node, trine to Mercury, but the moon's kind of, to be honest here, like it's really not making any major aspects, so it's a little void off course today, and it's out of bounds, minus 26 degrees, so it's like way out of bounds here in Sag. I don't know. It's interesting here. I feel like there's just not a lot stopping us. We're kind of not playing with the typical deck of cards. So you make it what you make it, right? Like this is kind of one of those days where like, especially with a moon and Sag kind of day, like the possibilities are endless. Maybe it's not about playing everything by the rules. We got Pluto and Aquarius trugging along here. Like, let's see where things can go. Like maybe, we just gotta really shift into a positive emotional connection to the journey we want to be on, our values, our self-worth, really relating to ourselves in a really, grandiose fashion. And even with Jupiter now at 23 degrees coming off that conjunction to Uranus, like can make some really interesting changes, and we can really invent new qualities to love about ourself and about physical reality to really expand this journey. So I think all that's important as we start to see and maybe understand things more clearly today. But it's not. I don't know. There's just that like that out of bounds factor and pretty like void off course moon. Where like we're approaching, certain things. We can feel a little out of it at times today. It can feel like there's still a lot of energy with Sag that we're trying to understand and deal with, but your mindset's everything right now. And is it strong as Mercury's direct? Can you like keep things in perspective, but also see beyond what is physically right in front of us? So we have to have that big, you know, field of view, but we also have to, be aware of what's right in front of us too now. So finding that contrast, that balance, I think is key. As we go through today. But sun at 7 degrees, I always like seeing a sun at a 7 because it's just a very spiritual degree. And, that mixed with Mars and Neptune can, I mean, it could be a little. a little weird, a little wishy-washy, but in the end, like, what can we imagine? What can we kind of visualize right now? The visualizations can be something that's so important on a Friday like this, is like still keeping that positive visualization of what reality can always be. There's always so much potential to what we can create. Keeping that in a healthy perspective is pretty important in my opinion. But there's not like a ton of new stuff to talk about in the astrology today. It's just very out of bounds, kind of void. Kind of feels like we're trying to make something out of nothing in some ways. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's Friday, so let's like make it. Let's finish strong. It wasn't an easy week. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's just finish strong, stay positive, and like we got to try and just look at and be grateful for like the future, like in the now moment, and kind of roll with some of the stuff. But there's definitely, things that can come out of left field. It can definitely not feel like 100% like a normal day, and just being emotionally prepared for that and kind of like, happy about it. Like, cool, like something changed. Thank God. I've been in a little bit of a hole or a rut, so I think looking at change as a good thing um, is just helpful. Oh man, I got the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I mean, I feel like our emotions are just not. It's just there's so many different things we can feel today, or kind of be off a little bit. We could be out of a little bit of our, our comfort zone. Um, just got to kind of get through that. The Four of Swords in reverse. I think this is kind of taking some of the air out of the equation, like kind of feeling like things are going to pop up, but we don't have to get like super just thrown back by them. Like we need to find that emotional safety, security, maybe through our intellect and having like a really powerful state of mind, state of being. And the Justice card, maybe justice will be served. Things come into balance today, and kind of bring the week to a place where it's like, ah, I see. I wasn't just the recipient of hard rule by the universe, but there was a reason for it. It kind of brought things into equilibrium because maybe they weren't balanced. So I had to go through some of these deeper feelings, sluggish sort of mentality to kind of find a little bit of comfort. Like I feel like there can be, today's definitely, I'm more excited about today getting that moon out of Scorpio for a full day than I'm not excited about that. Just, I don't know, who knows what could pop up, different things, different that, but overall I'm into it. Let's go. Hope you all have a great Friday. Have a great, finish to your week. Finish strong. I think this is a great opportunity day to like finish strong. It can bring us back to a really nice spot that maybe we have felt, a little disconnected from this week because of that full moon. So yeah, use it for that. And I'll see you for the weekend forecast. Manana. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Peace.